Good morning, children. So, in the previous class, we had ended with the mask portion in Act 4, Scene 1. We had also seen that the mask was brought to an abrupt end by Prospero. He had a reason behind this. He was suddenly reminded of the conspiracy or the plot hatched by Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano to take his life. We had also seen that Ferdinand was a bit dejected and disappointed that the mask had come to an end. Prospero had consoled and comforted Ferdinand, saying that he need not be worried or disappointed. He had a reason for bringing the mask to an end. There was trouble and disturbance in his mind. He was not angry with Ferdinand, for which he brought the mask to an end. He also advised Ferdinand to go to the cell, take some rest, and Prospero himself would take a walk in order to calm down his agitated mind. That is where we had stopped in the previous class. Like Ferdinand and Miranda saying together, "We wish your peace." Exit. Prospero, come with the thought. With the thought means as quickly as a thought. Actually, Prospero is calling Ariel and saying, "Come to me as quickly as a thought." You know, thought is the fastest thing in this world. Sitting anywhere, within a few seconds, you can go to the farthest end of this world. So, come to me as fast as thought, meaning come as soon as possible, immediately, without wasting any time. I thank thee, Ariel. Come. Now, what is Prospero thanking Ariel for? Prospero is thanking Ariel for the performance of the mask. He is very happy with the way Ariel and the other spirits had performed the banquet previously and also the mask now. Re-enter Ariel. Ariel, thy thoughts I cleave to. Thy meaning your, and cleave to means follow, meaning your thoughts I follow. It simply means I follow your orders. Here the thoughts mean orders. What is thy pleasure? What do you want from me now? Okay, pleasure means want from me now. Prospero. Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban. Now Prospero is saying, Ariel, we must get ready to meet Caliban. Caliban, along with Trinculo and Stefano, are coming towards my cell obviously with the intention of killing me. So we must prepare ourselves, get ready for them to teach them a lesson. Ariel, I, my commander, I meaning yes, and commander obviously means whatever you command me to do, I do. Whatever you order me to do, I do. So you are my superior officer, my commander. I am just a soldier working under you. When I presented Ceres, I thought to have told thee of it, but I feared lest I might anger thee. Presented meaning represented. That means in the mask, Ariel was performing the role of the goddess Ceres. Lest, in case, anger thee means make you angry. Make you angry. So, Ariel is saying, sir, when I was playing the role of Ceres in the masque, I thought of telling you about the conspiracy hatched by Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano. But I stopped from telling you at that time because I was afraid that if I had told you that at that time, you might have become very angry. Prospero, say again, where didst thou leave these varlets? Varlets meaning rascals. Obviously, the rascals here are Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano. So Prospero is saying, please tell me once more, where have you left these three rascals? Ariel, I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so full of valor that they smote the air for breathing in their faces. Red hot with drinking means obviously their faces had become red. They were so much drunk. It simply means they were totally drunk. Trinculo, Stefano and Caliban. Valor, courage. Smote, struck. Breathing, blowing or touching. So Ariel says, I have already told you, sir, Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano were totally drunk. Their faces were red, so drunk they were. And in a drunken state, these three were pretending or thinking that they were very brave and courageous. And they were doing something very silly. They were striking the air as if they were angry with the air for blowing on their faces or touching their faces. Beat the ground for kissing of their feet. Again, kissing meaning touching. So, these three were beating the ground because when they were walking, the ground was touching their feet, yet always bending towards their project. Bending, moving. And what is the project? Coming towards the cell to kill Prospero. That was their project, to kill Prospero. Though they were behaving in a drunken manner, yet they were continuously walking and moving towards the cell of Prospero with the project or the intention of killing him. Then I beat my tabor. When I saw them doing this, coming towards your cell, I played the tabor. I told you previously, tabor was a small type of drum, a musical instrument. So Ariel had beaten that tabor or small drum to produce a music, and that music attracted the attention of Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano. At which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears. Unbuckled meaning wild. Colt meaning horses. Pricked meaning raised. So, when I played the tabor, like wild horses, they raised their ears, trying to make out from which direction the sound of the tabor was coming. Advanced their eyelids, meaning opened their eyes wide, trying to make out from which direction the sound was coming, lifted up their noses as they smelt music. They were smelling the air as if they were smelling music in the air. In other words, they were just hearing that music or the tabor played by Ariel, and they were trying to make out from which direction or from where that music was coming. So I charmed their ears. Charmed meaning cast a spell. So Ariel cast a spell on the ears of Caliban, Trinculo and Stephano, that calf-like they my lowing followed. You know, calf is the young of a cow. The calf always follows the mother, the cow. Similarly, Caliban, Trinculo and Stephano, like a calf, followed the music or the sound of the tabor. Are you clear? Now see the fun what happened. Followed through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking gauze and thorns. Toothed briars meaning bushes with thorns. Bushes with thorns. Sharp furzes meaning thorny plants. Pricking gauze, again, shrubs with thorns. So, Ariel made these three walk through plants, shrubs, and bushes which were filled with thorns. And obviously, these thorns pricked the bodies of Caliban, Trinculo, and Stephano. This was their punishment. Okay? Which entered their frail shins. Frail meaning soft, weak, and shins is the lower portion of the leg below the knee. So as they were walking through these thorny shrubs and bushes, the thorns pricked and pierced their soft, thin shins. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell, there dancing up to the chins. Filthy mantled pool means dirty pond. Dirty pond. Beyond meaning behind. Dancing up to the chins meaning water reaching up to their chins. Water reaching up to their chins. So what had Ariel done? He had made Caliban, Trinculo and Stephano finally fall into a dirty pond. And they were now submerged in the water of that dirty pond which was behind the cell of Prospero, and the water had reached up to their chins, so they were almost drowned in the dirty water of that pond. And it is under these circumstances that they had been left there by Ariel. Prospero, this was well done, my bird. Now please note, Prospero is referring to Ariel as a bird, meaning he is still referring to Ariel because Ariel had taken the shape of the bird harpy. That is why the word bird is a reference to the shape of the harpy that Ariel had taken during the banquet scene. Thy shape invisible retain thou still. Retain meaning keep and still meaning always. So Prospero says, whatever you have done very well. My request to you is, keep yourself invisible always. The trumpery in my house, go bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves. Trumpery meaning colorful clothes. Colorful clothes. Hither meaning here, H-E-R-E. Stale, bait, B-A-I-T. You have come across this word in Merchant of Venice. Bait is the food used to catch fish. And the thieves obviously are Trinculo, Stefano and Caliban. So Prospero is saying, Ariel, go into my cell, get for me the colorful clothes and bring the clothes here to me. I will use those clothes as a bait to catch Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano. Ariel, I go, exit. You must understand, Ariel is very excited again. That is why he is repeating, I go and do the work. I am going and carrying out your orders. You need not worry. Because he has been promised freedom within 2 days, he is very, very enthusiastic about carrying out the orders of Prospero. Prospero. Remember, nobody is here. Prospero is talking to himself. So this speech, after the exit of Ariel, this speech of Prospero is a soliloquy. He is talking to himself. I told you, soliloquy is in a drama or a play where the actor on stage speaks to himself or herself. S-O-L-I-L-O-Q-U-I, soliloquy. Prospero, a devil, a born devil, on whose nature nurture can never stick. Obviously, he is referring to Caliban as the devil. He is criticizing, he is angry with Caliban. He is saying, Caliban is a devil. He was a born devil, on whose nature nurture can never stick. Nurture meaning careful bringing up. Careful bringing up, and stick meaning have any effect. I told you before that when Prospero had come to this island 12 years back, initially he had treated Caliban with love and care like his own child. But Caliban had never become civilized. That is why Prospero is saying, I had loved Caliban. I took every care to bring him up, but my upbringing had no effect on Caliban. He was born a devil, he has remained a devil. On whom my pains, humanly taken, all lost, quite lost. The pains refer to the love and the care of Prospero. Love and the care of Prospero. Humanly, out of pity. Lost, gone waste. The point is, Prospero is saying, all the pains that I had taken to bring up Caliban, all the love that I had given him, all the care that I had given him, all the education that I had given him, I had given all to Caliban because I felt pity for him when I had come to this island. But all my efforts have gone waste. Caliban was a devil, he has remained a devil. And as with age, his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. Cankers meaning becomes poisonous, harmful. So, with growing age, Caliban has physically become uglier and uglier. Not only has he physically become uglier with age, but with age, his mind has become more poisonous, more dangerous, more harmful. That is why he is plotting with Trinculo and Stefano to kill me. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Plague meaning torture. Torture, Torture. Even to roaring means they will roar with pain. I will torture Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano so much that they will roar with pain. Re-enter Ariel, loaden with glistering apparel. Loaden meaning carrying, glistering meaning bright, shining, and apparel meaning clothes. So, as had been ordered, Ariel comes carrying plenty of bright, shining clothes. Come, hang them on this line. Prospero is ordering Ariel, come on, hang those clothes from the line. Now this word line can have two meanings. It can refer to the clothes line, meaning you usually hang a rope or a wire for hanging clothes for drying. So these clothes might be hanged on a rope for drying. That can be the meaning of line. Or it can have a second meaning. It can refer to a kind of tree called lime tree. So hang the clothes from the branches of that lime tree. This is done to attract the attention of Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano. They will be attracted by these colorful clothes. Prospero and Ariel remain invisible. So Prospero and Ariel hang the clothes and they become invisible. Enter Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo, all wet. Remember, they had been in that dirty pool. Ariel had caused them to fall into that dirty pool behind the cell of Prospero. That is why they are wet. Caliban, pray you, tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. Pray meaning I request, tread meaning walk, softly meaning quietly. So Caliban is saying, I request both of you, please walk very quietly. We are close to the cell of Prospero. Walk so quietly that even the blind mole will not be able to hear the sound of your footsteps. We now are near his cell. Obviously, his meaning Prospero's. We are now near the cell of Prospero. Stefano, monster, your fairy which you say is a harmless fairy has done little better than played the jack with us. Played the jack with means played a trick on us. My dear Caliban, you had always been saying that this spirit of Prospero, that is Ariel, is a harmless fairy. But he did not prove to be harmless. He caused us to suffer. He played a trick on us. He made us walk through thorny bushes and shrubs. He made us fall into a ditch or a pond filled with dirty water. So, even though you claim this spirit Ariel to be harmless and innocent, he is neither harmless nor innocent. Do you hear, monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you. Displeasure meaning become angry. Become angry. And look you means be careful. So Stefano is giving a threat to Caliban. He is saying, look here, Caliban, if I become angry with you, be careful. I'll teach you a lesson. Trinculo, thou art but a lost monster. Thou art but a lost monster means, my dear Caliban, if Stefano becomes angry, you are lost. You will lose your life. You will notice that when Stefano spoke the previous dialogue, look you, after that there is a dash. He could not complete the sentence. Who completed the sentence for him? Trinculo. You better be careful or you are lost. You will be put to death. The sentence is completed by Trinculo. Caliban. Good my lord, give me thy favor still. Favor meaning support, love. Still meaning always. Caliban says, my lord, please don't be angry with me. Continue to support me. Continue to love me always. Be patient, for the prize I will bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. What is the prize? The prize is the island and Miranda. The island and Miranda. Bring thee to means get for you. Hoodwink meaning cover up, compensate. And mischance meaning accident. Our falling into the ditch was an accident. Our walking through the thorny bushes and shrubs, that was also an accident. Please don't be angry, Mr. Stefano. Have patience. After all these sufferings, what you will get will compensate for all the sufferings that you have undergone till now. What will be the reward? Once you kill Prospero, you will get 2 prizes. You will become the king of this island. Moreover, you will marry Miranda. So if you want these 2 prizes, don't be angry. Have some patience. Therefore, speak softly and don't shout. Speak in a soft tone. If you speak loudly, Prospero, who is supposed to be sleeping in this afternoon, will wake up and our plan will fail. All is hushed as midnight yet. Hushed meaning quiet. So, around the cell of Prospero, everything is absolutely quiet and silent, as if it is not afternoon but midnight. Trinculo, aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool. Trinculo is saying, yes, I am ready to forget about whatever we have suffered, but we have suffered a great loss. We have lost our wine bottles in that pool. That is more than acceptable. Stefano, there is not only disgrace and dishonor in that monster, but an infinite loss. Disgrace meaning insult. So, by falling into that pool or that dirty pond, we have been insulted, we have been disgraced, we have been dishonored. But more important than that is, we have suffered a great loss. We have lost our wine bottles. Losing the wine bottle is more important than suffering dishonor and insult. Look at the character of Stefano. Trinculo, that is more to me than my wedding. See, Trinculo says, that is more to me. Losing the bottle is more important for me than becoming wet. I don't mind becoming wet. I don't mind being dishonored and insulted and disgraced. But I cannot accept and tolerate the fact that I have lost that wine bottle. Yet, this is your harmless fairy monster. This portion of the sentence is sarcastic. Hey Caliban, you were calling that fairy Ariel very harmless. And see what that harmless Ariel has done to us. Made us walk through thorny bushes and shrubs, made us fall into the dirty pool, and most importantly, made us lose our wine bottles. Stefano, I will fetch off my bottle, though I be over years for my labor. Fetch off, get back. Over years, totally drowned, totally drowned. Labor, work. Stefano is so desperate, he is saying, I will go back to that pond. I want to get back my wine bottle. If for that I will have to drown in the dirty water of that pond, I don't mind. But I will carry out this work in order to get back that bottle. Caliban, prithee my king, be quiet. You will imagine Caliban is already addressing Stefano as the king, as if Stefano has already become the king of this island. Remember, he can only become the king of this island if he is able to kill Prospero. Seest thou here, this is the mouth of the cell. Mouth meaning entrance. See here, this is the entrance to the cell of Prospero. No noise and enter. Stefano, don't make any noise, just enter the cell. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I thy Caliban, for I thy foot liquor. Good mischief is the murder of Prospero. The murder of Prospero. Thine meaning your. Thy meaning your. I meaning forever. A-Y-E-I means forever. And foot liquor means servant. So, go into the cell quietly, kill Prospero, commit the murder of Prospero, and the moment you kill Prospero, you will become the king of this island. This island will be yours forever, and I, Caliban, will be forever your servant. Okay. So, you see that these three are near the cell of Prospero. They don't know that they are being watched by Ariel and Prospero invisibly. They believe that Prospero is asleep in his cell because he had the habit of sleeping in the afternoon. The clothes have been hung on the lime tree or the clothesline. Now we will have to see how these clothes which are hanging attract the attention of Caliban, Trinculo and Stefano, and how the clothes divert their attention and they forget or delay in entering the cell to kill Prospero, and what subsequent punishments they undergo and suffer in the hands of Prospero and Ariel. That is what we are going to see in the next class.